Borderlands 4 is on the cusp of becoming one of the best Borderlands games ever made. Now, I know the Borderlands 2 fans are already in the comments talking about Handsome Jack. Yes, man was goated. And I'm not gonna lie, maybe he gets a little thinky in one of the DLCs. But the biggest part of Borderlands 4 that is different than every other Borderlands game is the endgame. Now, Borderlands 4 introduces a system called Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, as many you might know from Borderlands 2. Obviously, in Borderlands 3, you had Mayhem mode. The biggest difference that they did was that if you farm a boss on UVHM 1, that gear would still be useful in UVHM 5. In other Borderlands games, every time you ranked up to another tier, you would have to re-farm your loot. Now, if we take a look at this in practice, UVHM 1, enemies have 150 health. You take 12% more damage, 20% cash, Iridium XP. The biggest one is loot quality is increased. There's no number next to that. And as you go down the ranks, there's no number next to loot quality is increased. Now, I believe that this is mostly dealing with the purples, right? When I play UVHM 5, I'm not really seeing many whites. I'm seeing like a couple of whites, which is kind of psychotic. I'm still seeing some greens, but majority blues and purples are dropping from bosses. However, every boss in Borderlands 4 does have a dedicated drop, a legendary. Let me put a little asterisk next to that. I don't know if every single boss drops a legendary as their dedicated drop, but every single boss does have has a dedicated drop. And I just kind of assume that they're all going to be legendaries. But, you know, there might be one boss in the game that's like, actually his dedicated drop is a purple. I'm like, okay, my bad. Okay, one boss does have it. But the boss that I'm going to be farming today, Axmal, which drops you a shotgun that classifies as every other weapon type, which I do have one currently, but you know, I like to farm, I like to get a better gun, so I'm also going to show you how to get to this boss, as well as test out if you get a legendary faster while farming a boss on UVH rank 1 or UVH rank 5. So I'm going to switch to rank 1. You know, sometimes playing on controller does have its downside. When you're trying to move the little cursor, like a little micro movement, it jumps like up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, so to get to this specific boss, and you also might need it to complete 100%ing all activities, which I have. I still gotta go get all the collectibles, so it says 0 out of 8. You know, I'm playing it my own way. So the thing with this, mine is that when you put a waypoint, there is no point, right? It says, no path is found. No path is found, right? No path is found. So but I don't know why. It's kind of weird. So once you spawn, you're going to fast travel to this fast travel point if you have it unlocked. You're then going to just jump down here. Immediately bank left, right? And it's in this hole over here. And then also I have the shotgun equipped. I'll show you the stats when I get to the Mad Moxie machine. But of course, if you're liking this video, and if this video proves to be helpful in the end, which I hope it does, right? I really hope that we're able to get some sort of answer on should you be farming bosses in UVHM 1 or UVHM 5. I think that's very important, and maybe Gearbox should tackle that. So as you saw, you're gonna jump down that shaft all the way down, then you're gonna run over to this room over here. Also, this gun talks. I believe it has like Marcus's soul in it. Like like it feels like I'm playing high on life. Like this gun just be talking to me. You're gonna take this little grapple teleporter. It's actually a very easy dungeon, all things considered. You don't even have to fight an enemy. You're just gonna jump across these gaps, make it over here, keep on just going straight, and you're at the boss. It's actually just that simple. And the boss's name is Axmal, if I'm correct, right? Axmal by the Encore machine. So let me show you the shotgun that we're farming. So it is the Armored Bod, is a shotgun. Its special trait is all-rounder, counts as a shotgun, an assault rifle, a sniper, a pistol, and an SMG. The reason this is important is because if you go to challenges, you'll see that there's challenges for pistol, submachine gun, assault rifle, shotgun and sniper rifle, getting kills with this gun will give you kills on every gun, as well as doing some of these side challenges possibly. So that's why this gun is very important if you're trying to do 100% the challenges. Of course, you can always just use an actual sniper or an actual assault rifle, but if you want to alleviate some of that grindiness of the challenges, this shotgun is the best bet. But the gun that I'm mostly going to be using while farming this boss with my Rafa is going to be this complex root. This gun is just amazing overall. I'll show you one run with it so you can kind of get the speed. Maybe it's going to take me like 10 to 15 seconds to kill the boss. I'm not, I know that the footballer exists and the crit knife. It's just not the way that I like to play. If that's the way you like to play, like, that's fine. At the end of the day, this is a single player game, but as you see, this still kills pretty fast. So I'm not, killing them. Oh, I already got one legendary. Is that already it? No, this is a different legendary. Okay, so as you can see on UVH1, you still get one legendary. But I'll be back. I'll take note of the amount of runs it takes me to get the shotgun. So I'll see you then. So it turns out this video is going to be different than what I thought. I really thought I was going to go down there, farm the guy like, I don't know, 10 times and get the shotgun. I am on run 50. This is my 50th run right now. I have not gotten the shotgun. I have gotten legendaries, right? I've gotten 3 legendary rep kits, even one of them being like the mini one. I've gotten no, not that one. This one's from this boss. I've gotten 1 Vex mod, and I've gotten 1 grenade. Which one was it? It was the I know I got a grenade. Was it this one? Oh wait, whoopsie, these are shields. I'm stupid. I got 1 grenade. Yeah. So, what is that? I think I got like 5 legendaries. I might be forgetting one, but I think I got 5 legendaries that are random, as well as I've been checking the red chest. 49 red chest, also no legendary, and they did have some whites in it. So this is the last run. I think I'm gonna do it at 50 runs on UVHM1 and 50 runs on UVHM5 each run. So this is a bad run per se because the boss jumped. Normally the boss takes me like 8 to 10 seconds. Did I get it? I got it, dude. You can't. No, that's a grenade. I was gonna say you can't make this up. I was like, the 50th run. You can't make this up. So we'll say 7 legendaries, right? We'll just say 7 legendaries. As you look at the loot, a lot of greens, a good amount of purples, some whites as well. Let's take a look at the last red chest, the 50th red chest, by the way, which has whites in it. So this is definitely not what I expected. There's some blues, man. So 50 red chests, no legendaries, 0 shotguns, 7 legendaries, 0 shotgun legendaries that I like target farming, right? That I wanted, and then 7 just random legendaries. So that's that's probably what's gonna be the verdict as well. So now we're gonna go to UVHM 5. We're gonna go to 5, and I think I'm gonna do 50 runs as well. And now I'm gonna count the amount of times I get a random legendary, the amount of times I maybe get the shotgun that I want, and the amount of times that there's red chest in it. And then at the 50th run, we'll also take a look around and we'll compare the amount of loot on the floor as well as the rarities. So obviously we saw a lot of greens and blues, decent amount of purples, but I wonder how many. As well as this boss is going to take a little bit longer to kill. Looks like he's going to take, he's not going to take 10 seconds. Maybe it looks like he's going to take, I don't know, like 15 seconds. I had to reload. Unfortunately, my shield regenerates 1 ammo, so sometimes I don't have to do it. What if it drops the first run? That would be crazy. No, it doesn't. So that would have been pretty comedic if the first run on UVHM5 did it. Let's take a look at the first red chest as well. Oof, bad loot. Okay, so I'll see you at the end of the 50th run on UVHM5. Here we go. So run, this is gonna sound funny as hell. Run 49. I finally got one. Run 4. So one run away, because normally I was just gonna show the 50th run anyway. Run 49. We got one. And we got a better one where it has 500 more DPS. That's really the only number I'd be looking at. I don't care about... Is the DPS number high? That's all that really matters. You know what else really matters? Not red chest. 99. This is my 99th red chest, by the way. This is my 99th red chest. 0 legendaries out of red chest. And not gonna lie, the red chests kind of eat up at least like 10 seconds on each run. Because they take so long to open up. So this is the last run on UVH M5. Sometimes the runs go better than obviously this. It kind of all depends on what the boss does and how my like ammo per second regen works. Because sometimes I'll blast them and I don't need a reload and then he dies. And then sometimes I don't regen ammo. And then I have to reload twice now, which is kind of interesting. Other times the boss just stays still. I'm able to land crits and then he dies. So... that is the 50th run. Not very like, oh, there were so many better looking runs that I wish could have been the one that I actually record, but it do be like that. Last red chest, no legendary. Okay, so I do have the tally over here. So on UVHM1, 50 runs, I got 0 shotguns, 7 normal legendaries, 0 legendaries out of red chest, and took roughly 25 minutes. Averaging 2 runs a minute. On UVHM5, 50 runs, I got 1 shotgun on run 49, 3 random legendaries, and 0 legendaries out of red chest. And it took roughly 35 minutes. So overall, I would say that farming in Borderlands 4 is going to be placebo, most likely. If you farm on UVHM1, you might get it on your first run. You might get it on your 10th run. You might never get one after 50. If you go on 5, you might get it on your first run. You might get it on your 10th run. You might get it on your 49th run. But from what I can see, even when it comes to normal legendaries on UVHM5, there's not like a bigger increase. As well as we take a look at the loot, there is going to be more purples scattered around. You do get more money, but there are still going to be whites scattered around. There's still going to be blues. And in the red chests, there's actually still going to be whites in the red chest. Now, of course, you do gain more money and you do gain more XP during UVHM5. So even if you don't get the actual weapon that you want, you are still able to get a little bit of XP. I did level up my specialization. You know, I'll have to take a look at the beginning of the video. I did level up, and now I have like 25% of another level. And I think maybe I was getting a couple extra $100 per run, possibly, right? Money is really irrelevant in Borderlands 4, except if you're trying to use it for the Maurice Black Market. If you don't know where the Maurice Black Market is, I can show you real quick. Not like actually going to it, but it's located over here. So it's the Maurice Black Market is in Koopa's Climb. You have to like go here, and then once you get close enough, you'll see it pop up on your mini map, and then you can make it do it. So overall, farm to whatever you want. UVHM1, if you want, I guess, better legendaries and slightly faster runs, and UVHM5 if you do want to get the one maybe that you're target farming eventually. So thank you for everything. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe, comment below, leave a like. Remember, all this is up in the air, because at the end of the day, it's all randomly dropped. But in 100 runs, I got 1 shotgun and 10 legendaries. So 100 runs, 11 legendaries. So roughly 10% of the runs you're going to get all legendaries. So thank you, everybody, and I'll see y'all again next time. See ya!